We become just by performing just action, temperate by performing temperate actions, brave by performing brave action. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. A great city is not to be confounded with a populous one. If liberty and equality, as is thought by some, are chiefly to be found in democracy, they will be best attained when all persons alike share in government to the utmost. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. Plato is dear to me, but dearer still is truth. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. There was never a genius without a tincture of madness. Without friends no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. Of all the varieties of virtues, liberalism is the most beloved. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger, since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently, but he is willing, in great crises, to give even his life, knowing that under certain conditions it is not worthwhile to live. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Every art and every inquiry, and similarly every action and choice, is thought to aim at some good, and for this reason the good has rightly been declared to be that at which all things aim. In poverty and other misfortunes of life, true friends are a sure refuge. The young they keep out of mischief, to the old they are a comfort and aid in their weakness, and those in the prime of life they incite to noble deeds. In making a speech one must study 3 points. First, the means of producing persuasion. Second, the language. Third, the proper arrangement of the various parts of the speech. Men are swayed more by fear than by reverence. In a democracy the poor will have more power than the rich, because there are more of them, and the will of the majority is supreme. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history, for poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular. If one way be better than another, that you may be sure is nature's way. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. The least initial deviation from the truth is multiplied later 1,000-fold. Courage is a mean with regard to fear and confidence. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. To attain any assured knowledge about the soul is one of the most difficult things in the world. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting in a particular way. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Bring your desires down to your present means. Increase them only when your increased means permit. Politicians also have no leisure, because they are always aiming at something beyond political life itself, power and glory, or happiness. No one would choose a friendless existence on condition of having all the other things in the world. Man is the only animal capable of reasoning, though many others possess the faculty of memory and instruction in common with him. It is not once nor twice but times without number that the same ideas make their appearance in the world. For though we love both the truth and our friends, piety requires us to honor the truth first. Persuasion is clearly a sort of demonstration, since we are most fully persuaded when we consider a thing to have been demonstrated. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher and polymath during the classical period in ancient Greece. Taught by Plato, he was the founder of the Peripatetic school of philosophy within the Lyceum and the wider Aristotelian tradition. His writings cover many subjects including physics, biology, zoology, metaphysics, logic, ethics, aesthetics, poetry, theater, music, rhetoric, psychology, linguistics, economics, politics, meteorology, geology, and government. Aristotle was born at 384 BC Stagira, Chalcidice and died at 322 BC Euboea, Macedonian Empire between the age of 61 to 62.